Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So, before I hopped on, I got the message that there is two paths to choose, and it doesn't matter which one you choose. So stop being so hard on yourself and just go with whatever your heart wants to say at this moment, because I'm hearing damned if I do, damned if I don't. And that's not quite the case this time. And so as I shuffled, I got Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords popped out, and there she is being stuck in the back, not seeing a way out of her situation. But in the background, I see those two cups. It's a building, but it looks like cups. And so for that, I get the wind. The wind is picking up, and it's kind of pushing you into one direction over another, but you keep doubting yourself, like, am I making the right one? Is this the right one? And let's say you go for your highest good timeline. That will be like complete wish fulfillment and everything. But that's not really how life works. It's not like there's only like one set path for you, one destination. I'm getting, you're the one that makes the path, whatever it is. You're the one who, I'm seeing like your tears and your emotions and the heartache that you've gone through. It's your tears that water your garden. So I'm not saying that you have to go through pain and all that, but it's just saying that your experiences are the things that add to your life. It adds to your journey. So no matter what you pick, it's going to be a good choice. When I pulled, I never said what cards we're using. We're using the Gaia Oracle, using the Witch's Tarot, and what's the third one? Oh yeah, affirmation cards. And I wanted just one affirmation, but I pulled two. So what do we have here? I see myself enjoying absolute continuing abundance. And then this one was in reverse. And it said, I can focus specifically upon what I want. So in the past, they're showing that you really, really wanted something. You thought that that's the way that things were supposed to go. But instead, it ended you up in this situation. And then it kind of like, I can't see, I don't know what to do. I thought I was making good choices, and so I'm scared to make a choice now. And it's not so much when you're manifesting that you're like, I shared a post the other day. It's like you need to get really specifically clear on what you want. And if you're not specific on what you want, you kind of sort of get something of kind of like that you want that's not quite that. But in this reading, it's saying don't be so specific. Yes, it's good to know what you want, but it's not usually like, let's say a person. You're trying to manifest an exact person. I want that person. Well, why do you even want that person? Usually it's because they invoke something within you that's a feeling, and that's the thing that you want. You want that joy that they bring, or that inspiration, or feeling heard, right? I think that's it. It's like you might have saw that person, and another thing they're saying, don't see someone and think that they've got it all together, and that if that person was in my life, they would make my life better. Because it's you on your journey that makes your life better. With or without that specific person. So let's pull some more cards of the tarot and see what message is coming through. Are you happy, monster? You really wanted to be all out, and as I started recording the first time, but we had to do a redo. So we have Ace of Swords. They're saying, if you find yourself in this situation, that you need to think higher, right? Here we are rising above it. And again, there is a way out. She just has to back up and leave. She's not surrounded by all this pain. There's an easy access or exit, but it just might come a different way than you expected, especially if she were to back out. There's those 2 cups, 2 emotional, fulfilling things, but she might have to go into the water. She might have to go into the depths. And then, so for this one, it's now bringing in the air element. It's like, think higher of what you want. I feel like in this situation, you got exactly what you wanted, and that's how it ended up. And so it's like, you deserve much more, and to stop settling for less. So let's get 3 more cards, and only 1 Gaia. Okay, I thought there would be more of those, and only 1 affirmation. I'm hearing Drake, and it's like, I got my eye on you, everything that I need. So I'm kind of getting like someone really wants to manifest someone, that they really, really want that one specific person. And so in that case, you're going to have to raise your vibration to be an equal match to meet them. Okay, what do we get? We got the World in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. And then from the Gaia, we got Enchanted Forest in reverse. And it says, mystery, magic, and excitement. 2, 7, 8, 9, 9. I'm getting that it's like, I'm hearing that like, can't go over it, can't go under it, you gotta go through it. And that's how to free yourself from this, is like that 9, it's like you have to go through the steps, right? You start off as the Fool and the Ace of Swords. It comes out as a new idea. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. But past ideas brought you into this stuck situation. And so there's no mystery and magic. It's just nothing's gonna come, no one's gonna save you through this. It's like, if I have that, if I have a better job, if I had a better car, if I had this, none of that really will, because you have to go through the steps or the process of the mind, or whatever suits are kind of coming through. Through here, we've got rods and we've got swords. There's not much cups and there's not much pentacles. So pentacles and cups, pentacles are earthly possessions, cups tend to be more emotional. This is all about like mind and like going out there and making things happen. And so I'm getting that this is a process of beliefs and what you deserve, and what you have to do in order to get what you deserve. Because I'm seeing someone kind of avoid the mind, but then they go out there and they're like, I'm going to work really, really hard. And that's not really, let me clarify here. So when I looked at the World, it was in reverse. I was drawn first to the Lion, and then I was drawn to the Eagle. And so the lion is all about like that force. The lion is about the rods, and then the eagle represents the swords and the mind. And so the lion thought, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna roar and I'm gonna make things happen and I'm gonna be like, I'll choose you. And that person being like, but we're not an energetic match. And like realizing that person never quite fulfilled you in a way. And even maybe you even got that. Maybe you got exactly what you wanted, but it ended up feeling lonely and isolating and trapped. And so again, it's saying we need to raise through. How do we get from the 8 to the 9 to the 10? And what story does the eagle want to share? The eagle, the hawk, the falcon. I'm actually picking up vulture energy. And that's like, especially when you're trying to like manifest like a specific person, that's kind of what it is. It's not like you're not really working within you, right? This enchanted forward and the magic and the mystery within you. You want to go in and you want to figure out how you flow first. Because if you're not feeling in the flow, there's no way that you could connect and share that energy with another. So even if you got exactly what you wanted, again, they're not going to just make your life magically better. It's always an inside job. I'm being drawn to pull one of these my little bag of sweary affirmations. But I still need a message from the ego, because it seems like this person wants emotional fulfillment, but there's no cups on this. There's no, okay, we got two. It says, put on your favorite song and dance your ass off. And then it says, I am my own best friend. Other people are total dicks. And I think that's kind of, okay. So I see the singing and the dancing as working through the emotion. And then it's like, you need to be your own best friend. You need to have your back first, because now it's like, I want that person. I need that person, this person. But that person, again, as they keep saying, will never make you happy. And so maybe there was a point where you're like, well, if I just keep doing things for them and all my energy goes to them, and it wasn't reciprocated, and so all your energy's gone, and now you have your arms tied behind your back because you don't have enough energy to fill up your own cup. And so there's a need to tap into this enchanted forest, this magical moment, and end this cycle. It's kind of, it was in reverse because it's like trapped, it's stopped, it's giving your power away for some reason. Not really wanting to see how powerful you are. Again, it goes back to those two paths. Do I stay or do I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? Or something. But I'm getting that it was already a go moment, because in here, there's no food, there's no shelter, there's no anything. There's trapped in confinement. And so you had to kind of take that step back. And in that step back, you realized that you had options. You had multiple options. That you never were trapped. You were never stuck. And so now I see a fear of which path do you choose, because I don't want to choose wrong again. And Spirit's saying you didn't choose wrong in that moment either, because I'm hearing like, forgetting his name, Ken from The Hangover. But did you die? And it's like, well, no, it was a really crappy situation, but I did learn from my mistakes. And man, do I got stories to tell. And now because of these stories, I have wiser decisions to make in the future. I now am a bit more smart. I won't be so naive and gullible. And so it says, I see myself enjoying absolute continuing abundance. I choose absolute and continuing abundance, for I understand that there is no limit to the abundance in the universe. So by my attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. There is enough for everyone. The key is for each of us to see it and want it, and then we will attract it. So at the beginning, it was like, another is not going to fulfill you. But in this one situation, now after reading that, it's like I'm seeing someone dull themselves down because they don't want to make other people uncomfortable or unhappy or something like that. And they have the power to build themselves up and choose their own path as well. And so I think when you start to make decisions down your path, others aren't going to act the way that you want to. And you are going to find yourself in situations that kind of annoy you. And it's hard, but you're going to have to learn to not react to it and understand that they have free will to go off and do whatever it is that they want to do. And that it has no reflection on your character at all. Right? You're free to choose love and joy. Even if someone else doesn't choose you, you choose you. Why? Because you're your own best friend. And because you're your own best friend, there's an eternal dance party all the time. So I'm seeing that dancing help work through the energy. But let's get to this 10 of Wands, right? That would have been like taking your burdens and walking away. But I keep seeing it be kind of stuck, right? We're stopping that world energy. And it's kind of, I'm seeing just a cycle being done, but still longing for it because you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. So it's like, I want to go back and I want to change this. And like the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. But the thing that's going to help you is to realize that you needed to rise up from that and you deserved so much more. You don't deserve to feel trapped, alone, and isolated with no one to help and support you. And so by choosing that higher energy, again, those people or those things outside of you never completed you. It just gave you a temporary feeling, and that feeling was usually of something like safety or peace or being seen or heard. It's something that our inner child didn't get, and so they helped you kind of heal a part of yourself. And so you might associate them with that, but it was really you the whole time doing it all. And so from there, it goes from that higher thing, knowing that you deserve more abundance. In order to raise it kind of there is the little bit of this magical process. It said mystery, magic, and excitement. Every day you wake up is so exciting. And the world is so cool that if you open your eyes, you'll see all these mysteries and magic all around you that you just think are ordinary things. Oh, it just happens. But everything within nature is pretty awesome. And so from that, it's like raising to that higher thought consciousness now brings in new opportunities. The Ace of Wands. So this new thought will bring you new ideas, and then that will help you release the burden and complete that cycle to free yourself moving forward. Because it doesn't matter what you do, it matters how you do it, and do it mindfully and with a grateful heart. And so magic of the universe, well, there's a butterfly. Like, how does a caterpillar become a butterfly? And that caterpillar is stuck in a cocoon. And so this card could represent the caterpillar phase. Right? Before you're out and about and you're moving freely and you're eating all the leaves, and then all of a sudden you're in this cocoon and there's no more food and there's no more anything. But eventually you kind of outgrow that because you need more room, you need more space. You deserve to take up space and bust out. And so there's that magical moment. This new idea, this new something can only be accessed at the higher frequency, right? The butterfly had to go through all this transformation and leave that uncomfortable situation and then start to fly. Once it started to fly, it realized, holy crap, I'm a freaking butterfly, and I'm not this caterpillar that I thought was my end-all be-all. And so from there, you now access new heights, new ideas, new oomph, new vibrant zest for life. And so there is that moment in the in-between phase where you do have to be your own best friend. Other people are dicks. Well, those other people would have been like prey, right? And that's why I had like the vulture energy. And vultures, I don't know, I think they get like a bad rap because they don't hunt. They just clean up everything that has kind of let go, right? So here's these old cycles that need to end, and they kind of come and they clean up. But the eagle has no predators because it rises above. And so that's kind of what this is. It's like there's no challenge on your road because you're going to rise above mentally. And it doesn't matter if you go left or if you go right, or if you go left and then choose to come back and then go right, or you could stay in the same spot. Not recommended. But it's truly up to you and your growth and how you want to evolve. And so wherever you go on your path, you're going to find like-minded people who vibrate at the same frequency as you. And so at the beginning, it was like, I really wanted that person, but maybe they're not meant to be on your path because they don't have the same beliefs, goals, wishes, hopes for how your outcome should be. And so when I pulled the last one, again, we got the moon in reverse. And so the Enchanted Forest had a moon with the magic and mystery. And that's what it was telling me. I did notice a couple of things within this cards. So I said there's two paths. So there's two buildings that seem to look like two cups, two emotional whatever moments. And so by you going into this consciousness and raising above, lifting it up higher, it ends that cycle. And when you end that cycle, it helps you release your burdens. And then there was another castle in the background of this. And this castle, it looks like it's on like a cliff, and that this cliff might crumble over. And so it's saying the things that you think you want usually aren't what you want. It's just something to help you get out of your moment. It's almost like a goal or a line. But half the time, if we don't do the mental work, by the time we get what we want, it's not as fulfilling anyways, because it's that heart and that mind connection. And so with that comes the new idea, the higher frequency one. And from there, there's a different castle that isn't such an uphill battle and is hard. It's more in the same level. So is there anything, like say read this one and then we can wrap it up. So this one was in reverse. I can focus specifically upon what I want. And so before I say read it, it's saying focus on how you want to feel, what it is that you focus on what you want to feel, what it is that you desire, and kind of what your heart wants. Be open, right? Leave it open-ended to the spirit. And I always say, I want this or something better, right? Leave it open to interpretation, because spirit knows exactly what's the best timeline and lessons for you. And so if you're like, I only want this, and you stay low, or better, and that's where the blossoming happens. So it says, this was in reverse. You are bombarded by thought stimulation, and so unless you give your attention to what you specifically want, you can be influenced by what surrounds you. Unless you are focusing on what is important to you, you can be stimulated by others' thoughts, which may or may not be important to you. So, I can focus on what I want. I don't want others to influence my thoughts because, well, as this one said, other people are total dicks. And they are. There's a lot of assholes in this world. So don't let someone's negative opinion on the castle that you're working towards persuade you from your path. Don't let someone make you feel trapped and isolated and alone and unworthy. Once they start talking, put on your headphones and listen to your own. Actually, you know what I do? When I'm dealing with an asshole, I maybe they think I'm listening, but in my head, I'll just do 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 do, and it doesn't affect me because their thoughts and opinions don't mean anything. And so it is that Bewitched, which Bewitched is kind of that magic in, right? Because it's all about a TV show where she can do magic powers. So mystery and magic and excitement, and you'll find that you can really do cool things by just observing nature. And get excited when you see something cool, like that's miraculous, like how did that even happen? And you'll start to find that a lot of miraculous things happen in your life. So we'll leave it there. No, whatever path you go, that's the main thing. Doesn't matter what you do, it matters how you do it, and there is no right or wrong path. It's you manifesting whatever it is that you want. Don't be so specific, leave it open. Let it be open to even better. and keep raising that vibration, and know that you're worthy to have so much more, and you're allowed to take up space, and you're allowed to be seen, and you're allowed to be heard, and you're allowed to be loved, and you deserve a loving relationship of people who support you. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.